about is the Star Wars Rogue One trailer 2 that came out yesterday. It's kind of showing like the darker side of what Rogue One is going to be. And I thought it was really interesting, and I didn't realize this, and I don't know, maybe one of you guys mentioned it before, but there's no Jedi in the film.
Oh, yeah.
It's all rebellion and Vader's
Well, because the only Jedi that are alive right now are, I mean, if you follow the movies, not necessarily all of the lore, is Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, this takes place right before the first Star Wars movie, in between Episode 3, which was the last newest movie before they came out with Force Awakens, and then the original one. So it's all Darth Vader in his prime badass after they wiped out almost all of the Jedi. There's still some in hiding, but yeah. So this looks amazing in my mind. This is a darker tone, but it also shows a little levity to it. It shows the main character is not just stern and very like a lot of people bitched about that, and I don't know why. I thought her acting was great, but people bitched it all one way. In this one, it shows it's a lot deeper. It gets more emotional. She has a jokey side, but she's also inspirational. I love how they show her backstory and her father, and gives you the main idea of what the story is without giving away too much. But it makes you go, oh, okay, this is in between Episode 3 and 4. This is why she is doing what she's doing, and sets the movie up perfectly to go see in December, and I can't wait for it. And Vader marching down the room all pissed off was awesome seeing.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of fighting, obviously. But still a lot of suspense, too, I think, just from how this one looked. Like, I know the ones that we looked at before, it looked like that it was just going to be, like, a lot of combat. But I actually think I feel like with this one that there's going to be quite a bit of suspense also in there, like, edgier seat shit.
Yeah, definitely, and a lot more. It's gonna almost feel like, from what I take away from it, it has like a feel like Seven Samurai, Magnificent Seven meets espionage. So you'll have like the nice combat and like war film moments, but then you also have like the sneaking, suspenseful, with also a great story thrown in there, and a Star Wars universe, which to me is a win. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think that simply because it's like, I mean, it's going to follow the tradition of Star Wars. You think Vader's going to win, and he almost does, and then the rebellion wins. And so, but I think that, like, it's really, and, you know, I say that because if you've seen 3 and 4, then it's pretty self-explanatory. But I think it'd be nice to kind of understand, you know, what's happened in the in-between.
Yeah.
To make things accelerate like they did. It's kind of like, and you know, I talk about Borderlands a lot because I'm a huge Borderlands whore and I love that game. But like it's kind of like the pre-sequel coming out after Borderlands 2. Like it explains a lot of what happened in the interim so that you better understand what's already happened. It's kind of hard to explain. But
yeah, and it adds more into it. I see where you're coming from. Like, once you have that more backstory, when you play the original one again, it makes you go, oh, shit. And it gives you more story and more feeling to it. It makes you care about it even more so, I think.
Yeah, like when you play Borderlands 2, Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2, that's the order that they come out in. And then you play the pre-sequel, which is between Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. You're like, oh, this is why Handsome Jack is that way. And, oh, this is why this is like this. And, oh, this is why this is like that. So I think it's nice that they're going to do something like that with Star Wars. So that it's like, oh, so if there were any unanswered questions, you know, this will kind of, tie up all the loose ends. So to speak.
Flesh it out and then make you care even more for the characters and be like, oh my god, so this is coming. And if you guys remember, like, anybody who's seen Episode 4, or like I like to call it before they had the numbering, the original Star Wars movie, when they talk about the Death Star plans, you know a lot of people died trying to get these plans. And basically almost nobody made it out after it got into the hands of Princess Leia. She was the only one to come out of that shit alive. So this movie's not going to end on a happy note. And this is cool because it goes to where you see the Empire at their full power right before they started to lose to the rebellion. Like, you know what I mean? This is spoilers. If you don't want to hear any more, please go away. But as they say in Episode 4, getting the Death Star plans was their first big, real win for them. It was a small battle win, but it was still a win. Even though they almost lost all their people, they were still able to get those plans, what led to Luke blowing it up. So this is like going to be the Empire at their most powerful, you know, for the first time losing, yes, in a small way. Like, at the end of the day, I mean, they kill everybody, but they still lose the plans that will inevitably be their downfall. So it'll be cool to see that, because we've never actually seen the Empire at their full power, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, yeah.
I love the fact that they're staying true to the you know no Jedi kind of mentality that the only person you might even see is Vader being a Sith Lord and stuff like that. I love the first trailer with the combat and everything. I love this trailer showing the more you know vocal points of the film and things like that, and giving backstory to the character and stuff like that, just briefly, barely, really, in a trailer, which is nice. So it doesn't give everything away. I do rather enjoy having another trailer from another aspect. I am still very excited to see the movie, even with this trailer. Just tickles the pickle even more and makes me want even make it so even more. So we'll see where this one takes us.
I think she's more excited for Skyrim. Like,
To be
between
honest,
the
I
two
can see
nerd
that.
things, I think Skyrim is on her hit list right now. I don't know where she went. She's muted.
Oh, she is? Because on mine she's not.
She
Yeah.
keeping her fat
Oh, yeah,
hands
she is
from
muted.
Skyrim.
I don't know what she's doing.
But yeah, like, I am so psyched because this will be the first time we see Darth Vader in all his power. We've read it in the books and comics, but we're going to see a badass, like, from the Battlefront books and Battlefront games, like this dude can take down an entire army by himself, like, no problem. Like, this dude was the Jedi killer and hunter. Like, for what people don't know from if they just watched the movies, it's between episode 3 and 4 and all the books, and they say this in episode 4 and 5, he hunted down all the remaining living Jedi on his own. Like, that's a bad motherfucker, you know what I mean? So, and we're gonna get to see him at all his might and power before episode 4. And I heard this, it's a rumor that they're gonna explain why in episode 4 he's weaker, and then in episode 5 he's a little bit stronger, in episode 6, as in this movie he gets injured, and as you know, he gets little upgrades to his suit. They're not cosmetic, they're internal, so he always looks the same. But like they say in the books and stuff, like when he gets injured, sometimes he gets shittier parts. Because one, the Emperor is trying to keep him in control, you know? Like the suit's actually made to be weak against lightning, so if he ever acts up, the Emperor can just force lightning in his ass. So, but this will explain why he fought so weak against Obi-Wan Kenobi, but yet he's such a badass in all the stories we read, and we'll actually get to see that in this movie. And it looks like it when he's running up on that one dude, like he was pissed.
I'm excited. Still, like, I can't wait to see it in December. Mostly just seeing Vader again and all that awesome. Like, it's just all awesome. All of it. It's Star Wars. It all gets me excited. It's great.
Did anybody else pick up on that one scene where they show that one dude with the ponytail when he's sitting on the beach and everybody's being attacked, and he has that look in his face like, shit, I'm probably gonna die right now, but I need to do what I need to do. And I thought that was like so like indicative of like real war and war films. Like, did you see that?
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Like, that added some heart into the trailer. And I bet you like that, Valkanok, you being a soldier and all.
Sorry, I've been away. What's going on?
God damn it. Now I gotta say it all over again. That part in the Rogue One trailer that, you know the guy with the ponytail with the darker skin, I think he's Indian, when he's on the beach and the war's going on around him and he has that look, like he looks down, he looks back up, and it's kind of like that moment like where he's mentally thinking, fuck, I'm gonna probably die for the thing I'm about to do, but I need to do it. Like, for everybody around me kind of mentality. And it added, like, to me, it added a lot of heart and realism to it. What did you think about it? Or did you not know?
Oh, I did. You know, it does add a lot of heart to it. I think it shows us the dynamic that they're trying to get across with this trailer, that this is going to be more than just, bang bang explosion, excitement every turn. There's actually a little bit to it where you can be like, oh, okay, well that's a thing, and oh, all right, well now we're getting it. We're starting to see the other side of what's going on. So that's what I like about it.
And it adds like real stakes to it and real showing what the regular man and woman would have had to gone through this. You know what I mean? Like there is no one savior that's gonna save everybody. This is people on the ground and in the air fighting for their fucking lives and their beliefs, and it's gonna get bloody and a mess. And it added that realism and heart to it. I feel that this movie needs, and I think it's gonna add a lot to the Star Wars universe. Just this movie alone doing that.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that one.
No, I'm not like, I think I've said this before, but I'm not like super Star Wars crazy, but I like action films. So, but I did think that it was like really interesting. Hold on. My cat is trying to drink dishwater.
Oh wow.
Isis! Cat, come on.
That's a no.
You've got water in your bowl. Get out of the sink. Oh my god. So anyway, I did think it was really interesting that there's no Jedi in the film. Now, obviously, I don't follow like everything or whatever. I never read the comics, but like I said, I like action movies. So when I saw that, obviously, like the Jedi have powers that you won't see in this one. So I do like that it's just what you could consider to be regular, typical people fighting against this supposedly unstoppable force that has all of these powers. And seeing how mankind can rise up against something like that, you can take it as metaphorical. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, even in our natural lives, every day, that you don't, like, you could see as the same type of analogy. But I do think that it makes it a very much more personal, personable.
Yeah, I would agree.
View, because it's not like, so like Jedi, they have these unrealistic abilities that obviously, that natural, oh my god, I'm doing too many things at one time, that human beings would not have, but this movie's going to kind of put it into the perspective of where it would be relatable to the viewer if something like that were to happen. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely, especially going up against the odds of fucking Darth Vader, who can destroy an entire army, and how frightening that must be, but yet also show the human condition of overcoming and still, you know what I mean, going to fight those odds. So that yeah, like you said, that'll be cool. And hopefully another cool thing is we'll get to see Donnie Yen fight Darth Vader. Like, almost nobody's going to make it out of this movie alive, because in the Star Wars canon they have to die, just like they said in Star Wars Episode 4. And I hope the way Donnie Yen goes out is like going hands up with Darth Vader and like almost giving it to Darth Vader. That would be pretty cool to see. Also, did anybody else see the moment when the walker was walking inside of the city shooting? I thought that was awesome.
I did see that.
Alright, guys. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I thought that was a cool little nod. I never thought I'd see a walker inside of a fucking city. That was pretty cool. Let alone shooting the place up.
Right.
Seeing it kind of like lean down, like a tall person trying to lean down to get to a doorway coming through that archway and shit. That was unique to say the least.
I will stomp your ass out.